Hey everybody, it's Umber Knight 7 and welcome to another Pokemon Top 10. In the last Top 10, we discussed the Top 10 Elite Four members throughout the ages. And that kind of revealed something about this list. So today is the top 5 regions of Pokemon. So I based this off of 4 categories: the amount of fun I had playing the games, the amount of creativity in the games, the Pokemon that were in the games and if I liked them and if they were creative or not, and the region itself. Now, overall, I will be taking this into consideration. All 6 are going to be on this list. We actually do have a tie in the list. So, without further ado, let's start this off! Number 5 on our list, if nobody guessed it from the last list, is Kalos. I hate the X and Y game region. It's just not... It's not fun. It's forgettable, it's boring. They tried to make it colorful, bright, and they tried to do everything to such a great extent that it just becomes boring. Literally, I cannot play Y anymore because of just how boring it is sometimes. I'll go back and I'll play it a couple of times. While that is being said, though, it does have quite a few creative Pokemon that I like, so I'll give it that. Kalos does have a good roster. Unfortunately, the lack of fun, the lack of creativity in the region, and the lack of a region in itself, it's literally just go through this circle, is kind of... It kind of just drags it down. Number 4 on our list is a tie between the Kanto region and the Unova region. Gen 1ers, you can shut up! I will say this right now. I do not hate Kanto. Kanto is probably a Kanto is a great region. The only reason it's this low on the list is because of its creativity factor. And yes, I know it was the first game in the series, and thus you could make the argument that it is creative as hell for its time. But you have to remember, there's frickin' Magneton, Dugtrio, and Weezing. They are literally evolutions that are just multiple versions of the original Pokemon. You have frickin' Lickitung, the tongue Pokemon. And lastly, you have frickin' Muck and Grimer, who are literally just piles of ugh. I'm sorry, Gen 1ers, hate me all you want. Gen 1's a good generation, but it lacks in the creativity side. Fun-wise, I think Kanto is a very great region. I can go back and play it a million times over. I still play it to this day to do some of the fun stuff in it. Like, Fire Red is one of my favorite games to go and play. And I'll still play the originals from time to time. Moving on to why I picked Kanto to be in the 4th slot. Again, some of the Pokemon were very uncreative. However, the region is really cool. It was a very, spaced out region with a lot of areas to go to and a lot of diversity. It was a very fun region, not overly so, but I mean, I have a lot of fun playing it. And creativity-wise, it just wasn't there, and a lot of the Pokemon there weren't that amazing. So, sorry. Moving on to why Unova ties with, with the original Kanto region. Unova, to me, has a very bland version of a region. It's a very good region. I love a lot of the areas in it, like Black City, White City, the bridge cities. Those were really cool, but I mean, like, everything was a bridge in that game. It was just kind of like, why? And as for the rest of the generation, I mean, it was pretty good. Gen 5 had a lot of really dumb ideas for Pokemon. Garbodor. I'm not too upset about the ice cream, though. The ice cream Pokemon was kind of cute and interesting. but I mean, Fungus Amoongus. You're gonna turn a pun into a Pokemon? Ask me first. Overall, when it comes to fun, I can play Black and White just probably as much as I can play Kanto. It's a good region. I'm not saying that it's not. It's just not the best, in my opinion. Number 3! So, here's where something hilarious went on with my categorizing. Number 3 is the Hoenn region. By 1 point difference. So, I find that to be funny. Hoenn overall was probably one of the games I have the most nostalgia with. I remember sitting in my aunt's living room and just grinding and grinding and grinding and the music in Hoenn, just, you know, just playing it over and over and over again, just to, you know, have fun with it. Hoenn, by far, was one of my favorite games as a kid. It was fun, it was unique. Unfortunately, the region lacks a little bit. It's kind of lackluster of a region. There's a lot of forest land, and then random out-of-place cities like Rustboro or Lava Ridge Town that are just like, why are they there? And then, like, half of the game is water. It's like, I don't mean to mock on Hoenn. Hoenn was a really, really good region, but, like, the design has some flaws. It just does. But the Pokemon in Hoenn were really, really cool, really creative. A lot of, like, some of my favorite Pokemon come from Hoenn. Like, the terrain legendaries. You have Deoxys and Jirachi, which are some of my favorite legendaries. You have freaking Blaziken. Just, oh my god, a Kung Fu chicken. Some other good ones were like Absol and Banette and Glalie, for God's sakes. I loved Glalie and Snorunt. That was a really good idea. And just, Spheal! Spheal of approval! I give this the Spheal of approval. The generation was pretty solid. Number 2! Everybody's gonna hate me for this, because I put this here. Number 2 is the Sinnoh region! Let me explain myself here. So, Sinnoh was possibly when I started getting mega into Pokemon again. I had just kind of, like, drifted off the face of the planet after I'd given up on Pokemon for a little bit. I still liked the series, I just didn't play it as much. And then Platinum came out. Well, Diamond came out, but Platinum is the one that I had a lot of really fun experiences with. I saw Piplup, and I immediately knew I was going to get hooked. Piplup is one of my favorite starter Pokemon in the world, and for that, I have to give Platinum a really good ranking on Pokemon. Yeah, there were a couple in there that were just random evolutions of Pokemon that didn't need to have them. Licky. But, I mean, it had some really solid designs. Leafeon, Glaceon, all of the legendaries in Platinum and Diamond and Pearl were just phenomenal. Shaman, Manaphy, Phione, Darkrai, Cresselia, like Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina. Every legendary in Platinum is kind of a good legendary to me. I just love the whole lore of it and how it all kind of ties into the creation myth of the game world. And, like, Sinnoh was a creative region. I mean, there was a lot of diversity in it, too. I mean, you had the Snow Temple up in the north, you had the Canalive Iron Mines, you had the marshes, the mountain, you had, I believe, Tunneler's Cave. That was a cool one. And, like, the characters were unique. I had never once thought to have, like, ever seen something like Cynthia or Cyrus or or Team Galactic in general. Like, they were out there in, like, what land? And just overall, Platinum was a very, very positive experience for me. I loved it. And Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl, unfortunately I do have to slack it back points for the surfing speed in Diamond and Pearl and the fact that there is no fire types whatsoever. But they fixed that in Platinum, and I'm really glad that they did. Platinum really fixed a lot of the issues, and that's why I think it Gen 4 deserves a lot more credit than it gets. But other than that, I mean, I can't really say much about it. Its creativity was out of the roof, its Pokemon are great, the region was solid, and overall it was a lot of fun. I'm doing a Let's Play of Platinum right now. Shameless plug. And, you know, I'm enjoying it. I really love Platinum. Number 1! Everybody saw this coming that knows me. I fucking love Johto. Johto has got to be the most creative out of every Pokemon game there is so far. Everything in that game is, like, perfect. Like, almost sensuously so. The region was unique. Let's start with the region. The region is very unique in the fact that it has multiple regions. It includes Kanto. A new version of Kanto. There's the Lake of Rage, which is a huge lake where you first get your first shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon were introduced here, people. Hello. It's great. Everybody loves shinies. You have Cyanwood City all the way over where people are like training and stuff. You have the Seafoam Islands, the Burn Tower, the Brass Tower, and the Tin Tower. The lore between sky and sea, between like purity and darkness. That lore is just great. The legendaries in this game were amazing. Celebi, the legendary beast, Ho-Oh, Suicune. Like, all of everything was just great. The Pokemon in that... A lot of my favorite Pokemon come from Gen 2. Like, Umbreon. Everybody knows I love Umbreon. Umbreon is one of my favorite Pokemon in the world. Wanna know what else is one of my favorite Pokemon in the world? Fucking Celebi. Celebi is, like, cute as shit. And it's good. It's good, man. It's good. I loved Scizor. Scizor was a great Pokemon. So was Murkrow. And just... everything about Gen was great. Team Rocket being introduced back, but with a new organization trying to find their old leader, that was a great plot point. I'm not gonna spoil it, but the final boss of that was a big plot twist. Mount Silver was a great area. I mean, there was just so much to Johto, you can play it over and over and over again. And the music, man! That is my, like, second favorite generation for music. It was the best! Well, not the best, obviously, but it was great! And that's why I think Johto deserves the #1 spot on any top 10 list of Pokemon. Gen 1ers can shut up! Hey guys, if you like this video, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want to do. Share it with your friends. It helps me out a lot. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you all later.